Hello again, YouTube! This is Dr. Kendo, and I'm here with Scribblenauts Unlimited, the Object Editor commentaries. This is where I just create your favorite characters in the Scribblenauts Unlimited Object Editor, which is only available on the Wii U and PC versions of this game. And so here we go. We're gonna start off with a corned beef as the source object for today's creation, which is pretty crazy. Not so much a character, but rather an object or combination of objects. Something I've also been sitting on, I would say, for almost a year now. This is going to be the FNaF 3, the box of toys, toy animatronic parts and all that stuff, just box of animatronic parts. And so other than the corned beef being colored right there, you can see now that we've got Michael Alling. Lord knows I could be pronouncing his name wrong, but that's a 5th cell member. Hopefully you saw how to spell it on screen there earlier. And just kind of getting it, it's going to take a lot of adjustment, I guess, of all of these objects that we're going to put into the box, because in Scribblenauts Unlimited, of course, we're looking at this object right now on a certain plane. You know, we're not looking above the box or anything like that. We're like right looking from the side of the box, I guess, or head on. And so in the 29-page library of shapes and stuff, you can go on the 10th page and there's this mummy arm that's in the second from the top row or whatever. And we've colored it kind of like this to be the Foxy arm. And so of course we'll add in a hook, because it wouldn't be Foxy the Pirate Fox's arm without that hook right there, or at least this particular arm of Foxy's. Doing good so far, but we've got plenty more to go with, so let's go into the geometry library and we'll grab this sphere right here. We're going to be starting off one of the paper pals right there, and so we can actually just type in paper for the body part, I guess, of this paper pal. Looking good, so we'll go with the letter I, and I've given it this kind of color pattern. You can really give it any of the ones that have lines going down to get it looking like the design that I'm going to give it, if that's what you're going for. And so then I'm going to type in a head. Again, there's just so many different pieces in this box, so there's probably going to be a lot of adjusting going on as we're going through. So everything that is here right now is not necessarily the final size and look that it's going to have. We need to see them all together once all the pieces are in. But yes, we painted that head kind of bluish, and then we've got on that 5th cell member's head over there, we're going to put down these golem shoulder pieces, and those will be for the eye holes there on BB, the BB head, Balloon Boy, of course. If you're in Scribblenauts Unlimited, you can just go on the second page of the geometry library to grab this shape right here that we're putting down for BB's nose. But if you're in Scribblenauts Unmasked, you're going to need to type in octahedron, because that's the name of that shape. And so again, lots of adjustments are going to be necessary right here, but that's okay. And we're going to type in a sticky hand coming up next, and we'll put that down right now and color it this metallic-y color just to start it off. I'm going to type in a top hat after that, and we'll put down the top hat here and give it a little bit different color there. Painted it black, and of course the stripe a little bit more red. For some more depth to the box, finally, we can go ahead with paper, and this will be like the side of the box, be to our right side, of course. Another head, we can paint this one yellow this time, and we've also got that head back there for the mangle head, the white one. Golem shoulder pieces, again, can be for eye holes and things, and it's coming together. We still got a bit more, of course. We can then next go with an egg, and the egg, that looks good right here, but it will serve as one of the ears for the mangle head that's in there, and yep, there we go. This is taking a lot of adjustment, and this is another one of those situations where Scribblenauts Unlimited, it does have a certain limit of how far away from the source object you can start putting things. So for instance, we just took this orca's tail piece, the very far end tail. If we were to say continuously be moving that up, eventually we would hit a limit to how far up it can go. And so with that ear, that was the egg with for the mangle head ear, when we hit that limit, we just increased the size and then shrunk it back down to normal. That's the way to kind of get around that problem, or limitation, I guess we'll call it. And then the tooth fairy wings from the 29-page library is what we can use right here. We're going to need to increase its size a little bit because it's a smaller object than that orca tail. But of course, that orca tail is one of the instruments. It's the electric guitar right there. And so those tooth fairy wings were just the white face plating on that guitar as well. We put down a chicken nugget right here, and it's next to the yellow head because of course that chicken nugget is going to be for a chica beak, and golem shoulder piece once again for some eye holes. And so really I think that that's kind of a good base of things that we can put into this box, and we're going to be very close to running out of stamp space, but we've got mostly what we want to be in this box of toy parts or box of animatronic parts. And so this is all looking good. We'll go into the scripting or the properties editor where you can edit health and all that kind of stuff, just statistics for your object. So let's read about the box of toys. Of course, the game Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was first announced with a teaser that posted on Scott's website on December 6th, 2014, while there were a few more teasers released over time into January and 2015. The last teaser image revealed on scottgames.com was an image of a box full of parts, from the toy animatronics, some old animatronics, and some other objects like the Paper Pal, and interestingly enough, of course, Springtrap can be seen standing next to the box. The file's name for that teaser image was, quote, whatcanweuse.jpg, unquote. I've actually had this footage of the creation queued up for about a year now, as I said, and I just didn't get around to it for quite a few reasons, some of which I'm a bit ashamed of. I would say one of them was just letting my fans control me way too much, and as 2015 rolled around with more FNaF announcements and everything, I had a large sector of new viewers and success coming to the channel, but I regret to say that I listened to a pretty vocal minority of subscribers on the other side of the fence denying myself more success, more views, more positive interactions with FNaF fans, and so I listened to the group of people basically telling me to stop doing FNaF videos, quote and end quote. When I think the bulk of you know, I've always made strides to balance out the videos whenever one franchise is being created multiple times in a few weeks' time, so I always have a balance. And honestly, it was a bad move on my part, but one last little detail was of course to color that sticky hand that was behind the mangle head, color that with the Toy Bonnie blue, and here I put a little spotlight of course floating above it, shining down on the box with the letter 3, just for some fun design choices here. But it's all looking good. I hope you guys enjoyed. We did have an episode just very recently with the Nekoluga line for the Battle Cats, and then now you get this, so you had 2 episodes this week, really this weekend. So I want to thank you so much for your support. I just create whatever is most popular and most requested each week by the most amount of different viewers, so go ahead and leave your comments of what you want to see. If it's most popular and most requested, it will get created, and I'll catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
The rest of our lives is a spectacle we give. Been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no